Hey guys, J.R. Fisher here. I'm in Cabo San Lucas. With some friends you can see over my shoulder. There's Nate. Hey Nate, you want to say hi?
Yeah, hey guys. Here with my good buddy JR. We met at the
Cancun Platinum Summit.
Yeah, the Platinum Summit.
Which was a networking thing.
A networking event.
And guess what we're doing right now? We're doing networking.
More networking.
Yeah, and what do you do, Nate? Tell them what you do.
So I'm an e-commerce expert. I've been selling physical products online for about 6 years. I've had 23 launches of over $1 million each. 9 of those have been over $10 million. And I do events for e-commerce entrepreneurs. I do a mastermind for them as well. And met up with you here on the Marketers Cruise and brought you over to a little sanctuary, a little safe haven of my own called the Grand Solmar at Land's End here in Cabo San Lucas. This is where my wife and I actually own property. And while the masses of people got off the boat and went flooding through Cabo San Lucas, I told my buddy here, JR, let's go over to my place. Come on, let's get out of here.
And you know, if they wanted to, like, because you're in e-commerce, all my folks are in e-commerce.
Yeah.
If they wanted to get more information about some of your stuff, how could they do that?
The best thing that I would invite you guys to take a look at is that we've got an upcoming event. It's also a cruise. It's called the Sellers Cruise. sellerscruise.com. We're taking hundreds of entrepreneurs from Miami to Jamaica, Grand Cayman, Cozumel, and Nassau, and we'll be networking through the whole thing. We'll be getting off in different destinations and doing fun activities, and I'll be conducting one of my world famous masterminds on the ship as well. So I'll be introducing people to each other and different people that are selling different things. I'll help segment the audience so you've got people that you can really relate to instantly.
That's very cool. And you know, that's the thing, guys. If you're going to learn anything, if you're going to get any training, here's what you want to do. You want to make sure the person is currently doing that, not did it 3 months ago or whatever. They actually are selling products online. If that's what you're trying to do, that's who you want to learn from. And Nate sold, how many different kind of products would you say you sold over the years?
Well, so 23 of them sold over $1 million, and I've had some that didn't quite do that well. So I'd say probably in the mid-30s of products that health and beauty, health and fitness, beauty and wellness, beard. At one point in time, we were the world's largest beard oil company. So we've done a whole bunch of different things, all in that vein.
And you used to have a longer beard, didn't you?
I had a way longer beard.
This.
It's gigantic. So I've trimmed it up in the last couple of years. We're actually selling a lot more women's hair products right now, and the women, they like them nice and tight and short.
So Nate, tell them one more time, because I always forget when somebody gives me a website. It's like, I got it, but then I forget. So could you, as a matter of fact, guys, if you're listening to this, here's what I'm going to ask that you do. He's going to give it out, and if you guys would just type it in the comments right there, that would be so helpful. And I'm going to also, I know somebody else wanted to know where to find products, and I'm going to give you a way to do that in a second. But if you would go ahead and say that, and guys, whether you're watching this live or you're watching it a week later or a month later, type that in there, because this isn't going to be till what, May?
May 4th.
Yeah,
May 4th through
this
11th.
is January, so there's plenty of time for you to type it in there. And what is it? Go ahead and give it to them, Nate.
Sellerscruise.com.
Sellers Cruise.
SELLERS Cruise, CRUISER. Did I get that right? .com. Sellerscruise.com.
Yeah, you guys spell it right. You don't worry about what we say.
Yeah, maybe I screwed it up, so make sure you get it right.
Just spell it right. All right, that's cool. And well, your wife's there too, right?
She is.
Let's go check it out.
My wife's a
Not that I
copywriter.
don't know, because we've been over here talking.
I heard my.
Hey, you know, we're doing some networking here, and I want you to meet Bobby. Somebody sit down next to Bobby so you can see Bobby here. And one of the toughest things that I see all the time is that people don't know how to write an ad, or they don't know how to write an email, and they really struggle with that. And I get it. I mean, that's hard to do. And Bobby, what do you do? They'll love this.
So I'm a copywriter, and that's exactly what I do. Is I work with customers and clients and products and services, and find the right way to say what they want to say to capture the most attention of their audience. And really, the number one thing that most people miss is they talk at the person they're trying to sell instead of to them and in their language. And so it is the number one mistake that everybody makes in copywriting, and I help them with that quite a bit.
So can you actually...
Bobby wrote many of the sales pages for the products that we've done and we've launched over the years too. So if you're interested in somebody that's done really high level copywriting, she's your gal.
Oh, wow. And explain what copywriting is, because a lot of people are like, you know, do you write articles? Do you write, you know, what do you do exactly?
So, I mean, the copywriting field is a broad range of things, but what I do specifically is the closer I am to the sale, I'm a sales writer. And it's different than in-person sales, because when you're in person, you can adjust what you're saying based on the questions that the person has and their body language that they have in front of you, so you can adjust that. But a copywriter your sales documents, your sales letters, even your email strings and your ads, you can't adjust what you're saying based on how it is that people are responding. So a copywriter's job is to take all of that information and put it in at exactly the right time when the person on the other end of the computer is thinking about the objection. So a copywriter specializes in that buyer psychology. What is it that they're thinking to go, what's going to stop me from buying this product, and what do I need to know to move forward?
And guys, I want to give you an example because she was just part of a launch. Didn't you just do a launch for a nice lady?
I did.
And I want you to hear these numbers, okay? Because you're not going to believe it. This is crazy. Can you kind of tell them about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So I just did a launch for somebody. It was an online course. She's done this launch a couple of times. And so she brought me in last time, and we didn't quite max out what she wanted to do, but this time we worked with it a little bit more, was in charge of a lot more of the copy, and she is poised in 5 days of selling. We've almost broke $500,000 in sales.
Oh my God. Wow. You're kidding me, 100 grand a day?
5 days. 5 days of selling.
Guys, are you listening to this?
Almost $500,000 in sales, and we should break that over the next couple of days with the last couple of people that trickle in, and when we launch a downsell to go on top of that. So,
now, what if they wanted to get in touch with you? Like, do you have a website? Do you have email? What would be the best way?
The best way to get a hold of me is my website is conversionhacker.com.
All right, guys, when you're listening to this, okay, whether it's live or whatever, and Jessica, I see you're on here, if you would type that in there, conversionhacker.com. And what happens when they get there? What are they going to see when they get there?
Obviously you'll just be taken right to my homepage, but you can go to the contact form, and there's a whole form to fill out.
So it's really easy.
It's super easy.
Okay,
super easy to get.
Now, does it cost them anything to contact you?
Not a darn thing.
So you'll actually consult and say what you can do for them.
Absolutely.
Guys, do it. I'm telling you, it makes a huge difference in that ad copy, and I've seen it in my ads too. So check that out. Once again, what was that again? Because I forget. I'm terrible.
Sure thing. It's conversionhacker.com.
Conversionhacker.com. Please type that in there. And I know somebody else wanted my book, and I put that in the comments, but if somebody else would type that in there too, I came up with a great URL for my book. It's called J.R. Fisher Book. How about that? So if you would put that in the URL, J.R. Fisher Book. And I got another friend I want to introduce you to that I met on this cruise, and he's doing some networking too. Can I move over here to Sam for 1 second? Sam, let me see here. Sam.
Hello there, everyone.
Well, there's Sam right there.
The
Sam's
power
right
of
next to me.
networking. I just met this guy 24 hours ago, and he's blown my mind. So definitely what he's saying is totally accurate. You need to get around the right people. You need to do the networking, and I'm glad to be around him, honestly. Really
and where'd you come from?
I came from Washington, D.C.
Washington, D.C., and he flew all the way to Long Beach. We jumped on this ship. We're in Cabo San Lucas right now, and we're going to Mazatlan, and we're going to Puerto Vallarta, and we're just having a blast, right?
We are.
We're sitting in a beautiful. What else could we want to do? This is it, right?
This is the life, like you said.
This
is really it.
You look around here, and guys, I want to show you around real quick. Let me just show you some of the buildings here and everything. Pretty cool stuff. The mountains right there, right? And I'm no cameraman. You guys know that. All I am is a talker. But there's so much good information out there. So many things you can do, guys. And I want to close for a second and just tell you guys, if you think that you can't do something, I'm telling you, you can. When I started out, I didn't know where the forward and reply button was on my email, and that was just about 9 years ago. And since then, we've sold millions of dollars worth of products, and we continue to grow and help people. So if you don't have a product, once again, I do want to remind you, grab my book. It's simple. It's like $5.60. Come on, $5.60. Invest that, and you can go find a product, because the book tells you how to find profitable products in 4 simple steps without risk and no technical knowledge whatsoever, and products that are profitable. And I think the title may be very similar to that. You'll see that when you get there. So I just want to touch base with you guys. I really appreciate you watching. And do me a favor, if you like this, like the video, and you want to be really cool, here's how to make yourself cool. Share this video with your friends, because one of your friends is liable to watch this, get some of this advice, use it, and make money, and they're going to say, that's a cool friend for sharing that. So make sure you do that share there, guys. I've introduced you to some really cool people, and you meet these people by networking. So I really, really recommend you networking. And I'm going to tell you one more time, go to www.jrfisherbook.com, and Sam's going to close it out with his words of advice. And I just put him on the spot. Isn't that terrible?
Yeah. Do whatever you can to get around the right people, whatever it costs, whatever it takes.
So you're saying actually invest money?
Invest the
money.
money.
We spent money on this trip,
money
didn't
is
we?
energy, and that energy that you put into flow to someone else, well, they'll give you that energy back in terms of a higher return. So invest that money, whatever it costs, to get around the right people. And my mind is already at 10x just by being here in the last 48 hours. So highly recommended. you do that, because like he said, you can create anything and get anything you want out of this life.
Very cool, guys. I'll go ahead and close out now. Thank you so much for listening, and I will see you real soon. I'll be back there in San Diego soon, getting my lives done every day. All right, talk to you later.